Hi, it's me again, Drew Jacobs, Senior Director of Policy Research and Evaluation at the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools. Last year, the National Alliance released a paper tracking post-pandemic enrollment trends in public schools, both district and charter, and found over 1 million families re-examine their public education options during the first full year of the COVID-19 pandemic. This year, we're back with even more data demonstrating that parents want more, not less choice in public education. Now that they've discovered a new set of options in public education and for their kids, many are never going back. They really liked what they saw. To recap what we found in our last report, which looked at enrollment from the 1920 to 2021 school years, first, despite an overall decline in public school enrollment, charter schools were the only public schools that gained students, enrolling more than 230,000 new students during the first year of the pandemic. That's a 7% overall increase. Second, in 39 out of 42 states where we could obtain data, charter school enrollment increased, while district school enrollment dropped significantly. And third, virtual charter schools explain some of the enrollment change, but not all of it. The first full school year of the pandemic was a turbulent time for public school enrollment, with lots of new students enrolling in charter schools. But what happened during the second school year of COVID? As we emerged from the pandemic, hopefully stronger as a nation, we wanted to see if parents were going to stick with the enrollment changes they made for their kids. We set out to examine enrollment trends from the beginning of the pandemic, the 1920 school year, to the end of the last school year, 21-22 school year. So what happened? The quick answer is that charter school enrollment spiked in the first year, and numbers basically stayed put between the first and second school years of the pandemic. During the second school year of the pandemic, when schools reopened, enrollment did decline in virtual charter schools, but overall charter school enrollment numbers held steady due to enrollment increases in brick-and-mortar charter schools. It seems most of those who left their district schools in the prior school year didn't return. Even after schools reopened, in-person instruction resumed, and the nation settled into the reality that COVID is not something that will be going away quickly. The enrollment numbers held steady across 2 years, resulting in charter enrollment gains of nearly 240,000 students and district public enrollment losses of nearly 1.5 million. Said another way, the pandemic not only fundamentally shifted parents' views on education, it also seems to have shifted enrollment with an increase in charter and other choice options while district enrollment has declined. This year, we deepened our analysis and examined enrollment data for white, Black, and Hispanic students. This deeper analysis found the following. In the 25 states we examined, where the data on specific racial and ethnic groups was available, we found that white student enrollment in charter schools increased by nearly 30,000 students. Black student enrollment increased by nearly 35,000 students, and Hispanic student enrollment increased by slightly more than 95,000 students. At the same time, the district sector lost more than 920,000 white students, nearly 180,000 Black students, and just over 140,000 Hispanic students. Our data seem to suggest that Hispanic students are a strong driver of charter enrollment increases in the 25 states we examined. Hispanic students were already the largest subgroup of students attending charter schools before the pandemic, and it looks like that isn't going to change anytime soon. White students, on the other hand, are a strong driver of district public school enrollment losses, though many chose private or homeschool options. These data make one thing clear. The COVID-19 pandemic has opened the eyes of parents and families to other possible options for their children's education. And with this new awareness, they are making different choices. In nearly every state, more families are choosing charter schools and other educational options, while fewer are choosing district public schools. There is more to this story, so be sure to read the full analysis of state-level pandemic enrollment trends at district and charter schools on our website at publiccharters.org/enrollment, and the why behind these choices at publiccharters.org/parents.